you are practicing many years in ISKCON, and your name is Mahanidhi Swami. And then you took Diksha. I don't know your Guru David.
Pandit Shri Exo Astatarasata Shri Pandit Shri Krishna Das Babaji Maharaj. Pandit Shri Krishna Das Babaji Maharaj. Golok Prapti.
Nitarira?
Yeah.
So, and if you could explain how you could take shelter of that Gurudev.
How we take shelter. Well, I'm writing books for 35 years in India. And I had many questions. To produce my books, I had many questions. I couldn't find answers among my godbrothers, senior godbrothers, because my books are different subjects that they didn't understand. So I didn't, or maybe they did, but I didn't go to them. So I would meet different sadhus. I met many sadhus in this Brajmandal. So when I was in Vrindavan, I was living in Vrindavan 15 years, I lived 18 years or 19 years here. So then I asked some people, does anyone speak good Babaji? Pandit speaks English. He said, yes, there's a great Babaji listening. He's in charge of Gwalior Mandir at Kusan Sarovar on Giriraj Trikumar. His name is Pandit Shri Krishna's Babaji Maharaj. You meet him. So I went to meet him, and that was 1990. So I was with him for 30 years, taking shiksha, teachings. And he never once told me you should wear white cloth, your parampara is no good, you should take another initiation, you should take initiation. He never said anything. He said, you're good, everything's good. What's your question? It was completely saralata, simple. What's in his heart is what he speaks in his words. You know, a lot of people, inside, outside is different. Outside I like you, but inside I hate you. So his inside and outside is transparent. It says, he speaks from the heart with all Shastra, Praman, everything. So that impressed me. He didn't have any interest in making me his disciple or getting money from me or anything. It was good, pure Vaishnava, shoot Vaishnava. So 2013, my life had some turmoil, some special Krishna mercy, and so I had to move on. So I went to Baba and I said, you know, actually I never met Srila Prabhupada. I saw him, I was person there in lectures in Los Angeles and Mayapur. I saw him half a dozen times and went on morning walks with a group of devotees. But I never met him. I was initiated by a rhythmic system in 75. Because Prabhupada he would just record a CD tape with Gayatri mantras on it and give it to the temple president. And he'd send a letter and say, this guy's a good guy, you should give him Diksha. So Prabhupada write back and say, okay, play the CD, play the mantras on CD, and his name is so-and-so. So I got a letter from Prabhupada with my name, you know, it's in the BBT folio, my name and everything. So Prabhupada gave me a name, Mahanidhi Das. So that's some kind of diksha, but it's not the shastra, according to Shastra. It's supposed to meet the Guru and do Atma Samarpan, surrender at his lotus feet, and many things, the whole diksha process. So I felt kind of empty when I left ISKCON. I was in ISKCON for 38 years, and I felt something missing. Well, I served as best I could. I didn't feel like connected to a guru. So I went to Baba, I said, give me Diksha. He said, no, get out of here. He said, you already have everything. I said, I have nothing. I have world infamy. I have world infamy. I have enemies at every corner. I have no friends and no book sales. No one reads my books. My whole life is apparently finished. It was a destruction. You know, it was like Krishna's mercy. In order to build something new, you have to break the old thing. You know, so that's the way life works. You know, progress means elimination and acceptance. You have to eliminate one thing and accept another thing to progress. So Krishna, he eliminated all my ahankara, and fame and name, and I became like dirt, you know. So Gurudev said, no, you have everything, don't bother me, go away. So that was 13 in October. And for 1 year and a half, of course living here, I every day went to Radharani and I prayed to Radharani, please give me Guru Diksha, please arrange for me. So then about 1 year went by, December 2014, I got a phone call from my godbrother, Shripad Haricharan Das Babaji Maharaj. He's a senior godbrother of mine. And he called me and said, Gurudev's in Prince Sarovar, he's staying in Prince Sarovar. He stayed there, he didn't have his own kutir ashram, he stayed here and there. So just here for a few months. And, he's in Prince Sarovar, he wants to meet you. I'll take you in my car. So we went to Prince Sarovar. I met Baba, and he was sitting on the floor on a straw mat. It's called chatai, straw mat. He said, see here, I sat like on the same mat with him, real close. And he looked at me, I said, so Gurudev, why you call me here? I said, I'm going to give you Diksha. I'll give you Diksha and Babaji Vesh and Siddha Pranali, egg second, everything at one time. I said, wow. Jay Sri Radhe. Wow. I said, what made you change your mind? And he leaned over like this, and he looked at me straight in my eye, into my eyes, into my heart. He said, it's all Radharani's mercy. All Radharani's mercy. Sub sees Radha Kripa. So that's a fact. Whatever we are, we're Radharani's mercy. So that's, how I end up in this side. Then he's giving me Diksha, and he said, your name is Madan Gopal Das Babaji. I said, okay, that's good. I got a new name, so no one will recognize me. The old name. Are you Madan? No, I'm Madan Gopal Das. That guy died. That guy died. He's finished. He looked a lot like that other guy. No, he's just, like that. Some other guy, So he says, Madan Gopal Das Baba. He said, but he knew Prabhupada. He met him in the 60s. My Guru Maharaj was teaching Sanskrit in Bhan Maharaj's college, which is across the street from ISKCON. It's called Bhan Maharaj Market or something. Bhan Maharaj had a college there. He was teaching Sanskrit and Vedic studies and psychology, Gaudiya Vaishnava Siddhanta. So my Gurudev was hired as a Sanskrit teacher and philosophy teacher. So Prabhupada used to come and meet Bhan Maharaj and my Guru Maharaj to discuss Sanskrit and different books, and also how to preach in English, because all three of them knew perfect English. Srila Prabhupada and Bhan Maharaj and my Pandit Baba. So he met him many times. His remembrances of Prabhupada are in a book by Mula Prakriti Dasi. Prabhupada Shishi is called A Friend to All. I think it's called Srila Prabhupada, A Friend to All. It's a famous book. And this devotee, Mula Prakriti Dasi, she went around and interviewed all kinds of Gaudiya Vas sannyasis and Brijvasis and Hridayananda Das Babaji and all kinds of Babajis and my Guru Baba, and collected all their memories because ISKCON's biography is just not, they don't do that. It's not. So all those great jewels of memories, pastimes of Prabhupada are there in that book. Like Hridayananda Das Babaji, he's Shamananda Sampradaya. He just died a few years ago. He left. He's 102 years old. Hridayananda Das Baba. He lived at Radha Damodar. And he had a nice memory. He said, I was staying in Radha Damodar, and late at night I hear someone crying in the courtyard. So I go up on the roof of my kutir. I look into the courtyard. Rupa Goswami's Samadhi and Bhajan Kutir there, and some sannyasi, Indian sannyasi, was sitting in front of the Samadhi. Rupa Goswami crying, Ha Rupa, Ha Rupa, Ha Rupa, crying for mercy. It was Srila Prabhupada, 1962, or like way before ISKCON. So a nice memory. It's not made up, it's true. So So he said, because I had this relation with Prabhupada, I'm gonna keep your name Mahanidhi. So your name's gonna be Mahanidhi Madan Gopal. I said, oh, I can't get rid of that name. I said, can I? And I asked my Gurudev, I said, I have a lot of trouble with that name, Mahanidhi. He said, no, it's a very good name. And he quoted a shloka from Radharasa Sudhanidhi, verse 136. 136 describes the glories of Radharani. It says Mahanidhi. Radharani is she's a great ocean. She's a karuna. She's a Mahanidhi of compassion and all different. Nidhi means ocean. Maha means great. So Radharani is a great ocean of all these things. And the word to describe Radharani is Mahanidhi. He says it's named for Radharani. Mahanidhi, relax, So Mahanidhi is Radharani. Madan Gopal is Krishna. So it's really cool. It's Yugal Nam. It's a long name, so it's a little hard, but anyway.
You know Jayananda Prabhu, Mahanidhi means?
Yes, Maha means great.
Very, very big.
Very great.
Very, very
and Nidhi,
higher level.
Nidhi is the kind of ocean, no?
Nidhi means a person.
Yeah. But of course, person.
Yes. So
Like Radharani, no?
Is combined together is very big level, higher level person.
High level person.
This is Mahanidhi.
Mahanidhi.
Next is a name.
Yeah.
Radharani.
Radharani.
She's a Mahanidhi. She's a high level
I'm
person.
right?
Huh?
I'm right?
Yeah, why not?
You are pandit.
Why should I say you're not? It's better to agree than disagree. Everyone in the world is busy disagreeing. We should learn to agree. Cooperate, agree. I have a saying I teach my students. I say, don't fight over details, harmonize over principles. Don't fight over details, harmonize over principles. What does that mean? That means I meet you and I say, how many rounds do you chant? I chant 4 rounds a day. And then a guy says, other devotee says, how many? I chant 64. So then they start fighting. Why are you chanting 4 rounds a day? That's not enough. You'll never get anything that way. You should chant 64. So they have a big fight. They fight over detail. So then the first person is chanting 4 rounds and says, wait a minute. Are you chanting Hare Krishna mantra and japa, Sankhya japa, Rose Sankhya japa, Abhyas? Every day you're chanting 4 rounds of japa mantra? Yeah. So you're chanting Hare Krishna. You're chanting 64, he said to me. So yeah, so I'm chanting 4. I'm also chanting Hare Krishna, right? Yeah, so let's agree, okay. So the end of the fight, harmonize over principles. The principle is we're supposed to chant Hare Krishna. You're chanting Hare Krishna, I chant Hare Krishna. I chant 4 rounds a day, you chant 3 lakhs, so what? Big deal, I'll go to see you, I got 2 kids to raise, I got a job, I don't have time to sit right here, sitting around under a tree all day chanting,
Wow.
This is a nice point. People are always trying to find a reason to fight, disagree and fight, because it's Kali Yuga. It's called Kali Yuga Prabhav. Influence of Kali Yuga. We're all worshiping the same Radha Krishna. Whether you have Siddha Pranali or you don't have Siddha Pranali, it doesn't matter. Just do your bhakti. Whatever you got it. Anything that's in your hand is a gift from Krishna. Whatever guru you have in your hands is a gift of Krishna. Whatever sadhana abhyas, way of sadhana you have in your hands is a gift of Krishna. Accept that gift, be grateful for that gift, and carry on with your business, do your bhajan. Don't care about this guy, that guy, what's he doing, what's she doing. I don't care, I don't have time. Life is short. Every day is a day lost. Every day is a day closer to death. We're not getting younger. We like to think so, but we're not. So we should be serious about our bhajan. Like in America, they say the grass is greener on the other side of the street. So, you got something I don't have. You have a guru, you have a method, you have a way of bhajan. Be happy and go on with your bhajan. No, why are you disturbing yourself? If Krishna arranges you to find another guru and another way, then you do it. Otherwise, don't make ways to try to create something. I was happy at this kind of, whatever. People always used to ask me, I have a question, are you an ISKCON or not? This is when I was in ISKCON. When I was living here and ISKCON's there. I said, what do you think? I said, I think so. I said, yeah, I just gave the Radhasmi lecture in Krishna Maharaj Temple. I think I'm still there. So I had no plan, no scheme. I knew so many Babajis. Many Babajis offered to give me Siddha Pranali. I had no scheme or no plan to leave. I had no idea how I would leave. I just do my bhajan. I was getting so much mercy from Radharani and Vaishnavas and Gurus. I was happy, okay. But somehow Krishna changed my life. I went in a new direction. So that's my example. I was 38 years. That's a long time. Serving this kind of mission. I was okay, no problem. I don't have any problem with them. They teach the modern Vaishnavism. We teach the traditional Vaishnavism. All of you, we're following the traditional way. Traditional way is Siddha Pranali. Lord Chaitanya talks about Siddha Pranali. Everyone talks about Siddha Pranali. Rag Bhakti, you can't. Rag Bhakti, you need two. You need to practice Rag Bhakti. You need two bodies. You need a mental body, and you need a physical body. The physical body is man or woman. The mental body is all woman. It's all gopi, manjri bhav. But you can't do Raganuga Bhakti because Lord Chaitanya himself describes, and Chaitanya Charitamrita, Madhya chapter 22, verse 156, 157. I think it's Sadhu Shiksha. He says you have to practice externally in your sadhguru, internally in your Siddhadeha. And Rupa Goswami and Bhakti-Rasamrita Sindhu, wave number 1, chapter 2, verse 294, he says, Seva Sadhaka Rupena, Siddha Rupena Chatri. Seva Sadhaka Rupena. Sadhaka Rup means I'm German, I'm Russian, Lithuanian, whatever, Japanese. That's my physical body, I'm man or woman. So we have to do bhajan, we have to hear and chant and do smaran. That's the main thing. Shravan, Kirtan, smaran. This is Rag Bhajan, these three things. Other things you can do, no problem, but this is essential. But then it says, Seva Sadhaka Rupena, Siddha Rupena. So Siddha Rupena, it says cha itrahi. It says cha itrahi. The word cha itrahi means simultaneously together. The word, in other words, you have to practice in these two bodies. Because I heard well-meaning modern sannyasis in different spiritual movements. They say, well, first, this verse means, they give a class on nectar devotion, or they try to explain Rag Bhakti. They don't know anything what they're talking about, but anyway. They say, this means that you practice in your sadhaka roop, and eventually, after 3 million years, when you get your Siddhadeha by chanting Hare Krishna, then you practice it in your Siddhadeha. It's not what it says. It's a gross misunderstanding. The verse doesn't say, first you do this, and then it says, Rupa Goswami knows what he's talking about. He's Rupa Manjari. He's a chief, Mukhya Manjari, chief of all Manjaris, the leader of all the Manjaris and all the Sevites of Radharani. He's saying you have to practice in these two bodies. And this is what Lord Chaitanya started himself, and it's been going on for 500 years. That's traditional Gaudiya Vaishnavism. Traditional Gaudiya Vaishnavism is a Rag Bhakti movement. It's not Vaidhi Bhakti at all. If you're practicing Vaidhi Bhakti, you're not a Gaudiya Vaishnava. It's that simple. And it's in Chaitanya Charitamrita, 3 verses. Raganuga Bhakti Prachar. Lord Chaitanya came to preach Raganuga Bhakti. And so everybody was with him. They said, oh, you were supposed to follow Raganuga Bhakti. They wrote about Raganuga Bhakti. 6 Goswamis. He didn't say anything about Vaidhi Bhakti. Vaidhi Bhakti takes Vaikuntha. Or the Aishwarya Golok portion of Golok Vrindavan Aishwarya, where Radha Krishna like Murtis. There's no Nikunja Lila for the sadhaka in Vaidhi Marg. No Jewel Lila, no Jal Kela, no Rasa, no, it's just Radha Krishna like Murtis and worship. It's like the temple. Because they're worshiping Radha Krishna. It's all discussed in Raghvartmana Chandrika by Vishnu Chakravarti, and also in commentaries of chapter 28, the 10th canto of Bhagavatam. There's 2 Golokas. Add a little confusion to the ball game. Wait a minute, I want to go back to Kalam, back to God. I want to go to Vrindavan. There's 2 Goloka Vrindavan. 2 Goloka Vrindavan. Yeah, 1 sweet one and one opulent one, and 1 sweet one.
Could you explain more?
Yeah.
not a whole lot is explained, to tell you the truth, that you can read for yourself, and Ragvartmana Chandrika by Vishwanath Chakravarti, or 10th Canto, Chapter 8, Tikas, and also Nectar Devotion, talks about the concept of, I discussed with my Baba about this also, Aishwarya Golo, because Vishwanath raised the question. This amazing question is 500 years ago, when everybody, Gaudiya Vaishnava, was practicing Rag Bhakti. So it seems that Vishwanath was Srikal again. He could see the future. He understood that some spiritual Gaudiya Vaishnavas would come along and practice Vaidhi sadhana. That's a visionary. He lived in 1680, 1700, 300 years ago. But for 15th century, 16th century, 17th century, 18th century, 19th century, from 15 to 19, 400 years, every Gaudiya Vaishnava practiced Raganuga Bhakti. And then in 1920, a spiritual mission was created. It became very popular and had branches and sister organizations. It became very popular and turned around the whole presentation of six Goswamis and Lord Chaitanya and said, forget about Raganuga Bhakti. We should practice Vaidhi Bhakti. We should do Harinam Sankirtan and Vaidhi Bhakti. And the six Goswamis and Lord Chaitanya said, we should do Leela Smaran and Rag Bhakti. So this is traditional way. But traditional way is like so small, like if you practice Raganuga Bhakti, oh, you're weird, you know. Because everybody, I mean, it's a good, the modern, I call it the modern Gaudiya Vaishnava, it's a good thing. It's, we're all children. We're all, basically all of us are connected, or children of that mission. One of those Gaudiya missions. But it's pretty clear. I mean, I am anyway. Sadhu Maharaja, no. Well, even he has some connection later, but Diksha not. Diksha's from Babaji. So we're fortunate. Somehow we ask a question of ourselves: why me? Why I got the real thing? Why I got the original thing? It's Krishna's mercy. Krishna likes you. Radharani likes you. So they send you to a proper guru and find the original thing. They're both perfect in what they're doing. They're both good. So we don't get into us and them. They're good. It's like how you live with your mother for 38 years, then you move out on your own, and you meet your brother in town. You say, mom's no good, you know. Hey, what? You lived in her house for 38 years, and they're cooking. Now you moved out. So it's the same thing. It's gratitude. Gratitude is eternal. There's no gratitude in your heart. There's no bhakti in your heart. Gratitude is bhakti is like a hira. Bhakti is like a diamond. Diamond has many facets, facets, angles. This way, that way, this way, that way. So, diamond, you shine light through it, it creates rainbows. So bhakti's like a diamond, and the light of Radharani's love shines through the diamond of your bhakti heart. It'll radiate in rainbow colors of beauty and sweetness and lila. So our hearts should become like a diamond. So we have that diamond, we're very fortunate. So Radharani's arranged to give us that diamond, so don't put mud on it or keep it shining. Do you like Vrindavan?
Sure.
You all live in Mangar Mandir?
We do, yes.
Nice, big family, seeing cool.
It is really a family, yes. International family now.
That's really, that shows the extent of the heart of Puja Sri Sadhu Maharaj Ji. His heart is so big. Before he was a king, he had the hearts of all the people in the kingdom in his heart. He was caring about all the people, his father, ancestors, caring about all the people in the kingdom of Munger province in Bihar. So he said, why waste my heart with just a little small kingdom? I can put the whole world in my heart. I just stuck here in Bihar with this little kingdom. If I leave Bihar, I can put the whole world in my heart. So that's what it looks like German, Japan, everything. Americans is cool.
I'm from Estonia.
Estonia. The Bible says the chosen few. Okay, good luck for you. That's nice to be the chosen few. I'm also a chosen few. I'm not chosen by Jesus, I'm chosen by Radharani. Jesus is good too, I don't know. But, so gratitude. When I lost my track of thought. I started with the analogy that the bhakti is like a diamond, and gratitude, kritagya is one of the facets. It's one of the facets on the diamond of bhakti. So if you have true bhakti in your heart, it'll be like a diamond that has so many facets. A facet angle of compassion and gratitude and softness and love and care and everything, peace and tolerance. All these beautiful qualities make up the diamond bhakti. It comes automatically because you start to reflect the rays of Radharani's heart. Bhakti is Radharani. What is bhakti? Bhakti is Radharani. How is bhakti Radharani? Tell me. How is bhakti Radharani?
Because she is the ocean of mercy.
She is. I can't deny. You're right. You said the truth, but it's not the answer I'm looking for. Thank you. Nice answer. I like it. That's a fact. We're living on her mercy, all of us. How is bhakti Radharani? Tricky question. Not so tricky.
Bhakti is trying to live the love of Radharani.
Excuse me, I can't hear so well.
Bhakti is the practice of making Radharani's love live.
Oh, that's a nice definition. This gentleman gave a very nice definition. Bhakti is the practice of making Radharani live in your heart, in your life, and other people's lives also. Very beautiful definition. Thank you for that. That's very poetic and very eloquent. Eloquency is described as essential truth spoken concisely. Essential truth spoken concisely. So what's the most eloquent thing you can say? Jay Radhe. That's the topmost eloquence. Essential truth spoken concisely. Radhe, Radhe. That's the topmost truth. Topmost truth, topmost love. So at the time of Diksha, we get the Bhakti Lata Bij. Comes from the heart of the Guru. In the heart of the Guru is Radharani and Krishna. So Krishna, when we take Diksha, Krishna enters our heart in the form of Sanvit Shakti. Sanvit Shakti means wisdom and knowledge. And Radharani, the Sanvit Shakti, Krishna, leaves the heart of the Guru, enters the heart of the disciple as Sanvit Shakti to give transcendental knowledge, enlightenment, and wisdom. And Radharani leaves the heart of the Guru and enters into the heart of the disciple as Ladni Shakti. You all must know that, of course. Radharani is Ladni Shakti. So Ladni Shakti, what is Ladni Shakti? Ladni Shakti is the ability to perceive transcendental love and the ability to distribute and taste transcendental love. And the ability to become transcendental love. This is Ladni Shakti. And along with that Ladni Shakti, it also brings bliss, because love is bliss. You have a true love in your life, you're blissful, you're happy. So we have the truest love in our life because we have Radha and Krishna. So Vaishnavas are always happy. Even if they're sick or well. Like 2 years ago I had a stroke and I couldn't speak for 3 months, couldn't walk. I was not in good shape. I hardly speak now. But somehow, I hope you understand me. It's not very good.
Very well.
But Radharani is blessing all of us. So this is what. So Bhakti by definition of the Goswami's books is a combination of two Shaktis. Krishna Shakti in the form of Samvit Shakti, which means knowledge and wisdom. Ladni, Samvit, and Sandini. And Radharani in the form of Ladni Shakti, which means transcendental spiritual prem, and prem seva, and all the qualities of spiritual love. So that's how it's Bhakti Radharani, because Bhakti is Ladni Shakti. And any joy, everyone's chanting Hare Krishna. Even a new devotee goes into a temple. He's just off the street, hardly off the street, and there's some feast program and kirtan going on. And he enters the kirtan and he chants. Someone encourages him to chant. He chants. He feels ecstasy. Why does he feel ecstasy? Why does he feel joy? You ask him after the kirtan, this is the first time. Yeah, I never did this thing. You know, I'm a musician, whatever. I never did this kirtan thing. But somebody told me the mantra. I had a card I was holding. I was chanting. I really felt happy. I feel like joyful. What is that? That's Radharani manifesting her bliss in the heart of that bhakta. Radharani manifesting her bliss. That's bhakti is bliss. If you're experiencing any bliss, this new guy, it's nobody, whatever. Well, who knows? Maybe last life he was a big devotee. Who knows? But apparently, it doesn't look like he's too much into it. But so this joy we feel, whatever joy, even the newest devotee or old devotee, they feel joy by the touch of bhakti. But he's not offensive. The guy comes out the street, he's never been in a temple, he's not offensive. Okay, Hare Krishna, okay, cool guys. I'll chant Hare Krishna. He chants, he goes, wow, this is cool, You want to take some beads? Take me some beads. And he's on his way, He's on his way to Krishna. A beautiful process. A devotee means a distributor of love, transcendental love. There's no other love. We can try. Good luck. Wish you all the best. You may find love in this world. I'm not saying you can't. You love your mother, love your brother, love your sister. And you can love your boyfriend or husband, wife. It's okay. You can really find true love. But the sad part is it has to end, It has to break up, That's the downside of it. It's all right. You can love many people. You don't have to restrict your love only to Radha and Krishna. You love your wife. And I think Mario loves his wife a lot. Or whatever. Radha Mohanji, he loves his wife a lot. I'm sure. I can see it on his face. He's a lucky guy. He has a woman he can love. And she has a man she can love. They're lucky. So hopefully they get their sitters hands, they'll be serving Radharani together and go, look. Jai Sri Radhe. Then it becomes, on a material platform, everything's temporary, that's obvious. But on a spiritual platform, everything's nitya, eternal. Abhava is eternal, Guru is eternal, and Bhakti is eternal. So put them together and you become eternal. You have Guru, you have Bhakti, and Atma, then you're eternal. There's no more death. No more death. Punarjama navidite. Devotee has no karma. Karma is finished. Everything is His mercy of Krishna. Yes.
We're often told that the goal of bhakti is to obtain prema. Can you say what that means to you, to obtain prema?
I don't agree with that.
You don't agree with that?
This devotee said the goal of bhakti is prema. I disagree. The goal.
We were agreeing today.
Yeah, that's the way it works, One day we're winning, the next day you're losing. So, I accept half what you said. Actually, the whole thing is correct. Also, I'm giving a little. I accept what you said. I'm just embellishing it. So what I was told and taught by my guru, because I said the same thing when he asked me the same question. I just repeat. So he said, yes, no. So he said the goal of our life is a praying seva of the lotus feet of Radharani.
Jai.
Not praying, anyone can get praying, the Madhvacharyas, you ask them what their goal is, they'll say praying, Udupi Krishna, Vaikuntha praying, Dasirati, Madhvacharya, Brahma Madhva Gaudiya Sampraya, Udupi, south there, they worship Murti, like some Murti of Krishna called Gopal. And they're in Dasirats, they want to go, they're worshiping Vaidhi Marg, they want to go to Vaikuntha and worship Krishna Vaikuntha. So there, if you ask them what the goal is, they'll say prem, We don't, it's not prem. With prem, there's no kind of prem. It has to be, you have to know, you should know exactly where we're going. Radharan Charan Seva Nija Bishta. My only Nija Bishta. Nija means my own, Abishta means cherished desire. My only cherished desire is to attain a Seva, the lotus feet of Radharani. Radhacharan Nija Bishta. Radhacharan Seva Nija Bishta. So what is the goal of life? The goal of life is to praying Seva, the lotus feet of Radharani. It's called Radhadasyam. Rag Bhakti's Radhadasyam. We're mantris. Are you a coward? Why? What? Any coward boys here? No. Okay, we're in a good company. Always remember your Swarup. Always remember your Swarup and always meditate on your Swarup. When you're combing your hair and putting on your makeup, everything, and trying to look beautiful, that's good. You should do it. But also say, "This beautiful. I'm beautiful. I'm really beautiful. I'm becoming more beautiful. My eyeshadow, all this stuff. Now I'm becoming very beautiful. But this isn't me. This darpan, this mirror is not me. I'm so and so dasi, and I have complexion like this, and I have bhusha ornaments like this, and I dress like this." When I say it, so you're doing whatever you're doing externally, but internally you're thinking, "This, the real me, is inside." Never spend much time getting attached to the image of the mirror, because mirrors drop on the floor. You know what happens to when they drop? They crack, and you're all in pieces. So that's what happens when you die. They throw you in a fire, and you come out in pieces, all dust particles, all the bones, everything comes dust particles, like fragmented mirror, all little dust particles. And look at this body, all wrinkled, everything. My Siddhaya was nice. Golden skin, beautiful black hair, and blue eyes. This thing, what is this bag? Prabhupada was once in a room with his devotees. He says, he held his arm out like this. He said, "See this?" And he went like this. And there was a lot of loose skin hanging on the bottom of his arm. You know, down between elbow, and usually when you're young, it's like pretty tight, you know, triceps, biceps, all that stuff. And he said, "Look at this." He's going like, he said, "It's all flat. It's like a tire tube. Like a tire tube, you know, in your car, bicycle, whatever." He said, "Look at this. This is old age." He had a big smile on his face, you know. The body is destined to go down. Okay, I think that's it now.
So, Maharaj, so
Hey, if anyone has any question, I'll stay and answer. But you're all self-satisfied, upper arms, so you don't have any questions.
We can ask questions.
Okay.
Yes, but Jayananda.
Don't ask all this your biography stuff. I like to talk tattva, philosophy, sadhana. I usually avoid any of those subjects. How you became Christian? How you joined Christian consciousness? I said, ask him.
no.
No, I'll just give you an example. Some people say, "Can you tell me how you joined Christian consciousness?" I should ask, if you have darshan on Krishna, ask him, because I don't know. I don't really have an answer. It's all mercy. It's not like one day I sat down. I'm in medical school. I just finished medical school. I said, I want to be a doctor. No, I'm going to be Hare Krishna. Yeah. I had no idea. I'm going to leave medical. I got a degree in medicine and allopathic medicine. Now I'm going to become a Hare Krishna on the street corner, bang a tambourine, ba ba ba, Hare Krishna. That's what happened. So, it's not in our hand, Good question.
So, before Diksha and after Diksha, and your Maharaj sadhana is change a lot, or meditation is change a lot.
I can't understand your question.
So, before Diksha from your Gurudev.
Yeah.
So you also before also you did bhajan.
Oh, yeah, I got it.
Yeah, and but
Influence.
yes,
of-
yes, and after
Influence of Diksha by a Bhakti Guru and following. Well, since I came to India, I moved to Vrindavan in 1987. I've been here ever since by the mercy of Radharani. So, 1988 or 89, I met Advaitadas from Holland, Amsterdam. He translated all these books in English, all Ananda's books. Vidal Kusumanjali, Rara Sunani, Prem Bhakti Chandrika, all the ones we study and worship and everything. And Chamakara Chandrika and many. So I met him, became fast friends with him. He started giving me A4, Xerox copies of these books. I got them bound at Harinam Press. I got a little hardcover, sewn on it. I still have them. They're all pages are all yellow. So in 1988, 1 year after I moved here, I started getting all these books from Advaitadas and started studying them. By 1989, I started practicing Rag Bhakti. And I was just generically thinking I'm a Maestro Radharani, I'm a Manjari, I don't know a name or anything. And trying to do Lila Smaran. That's why we published a book. We published many books about Vrindavan Lila, Madhav Mahotsav. And in 2006 we published Bhavanasaras Hangra by Sri Krishna. It's a perfect book for Lila Smaran. It's perfect. It has Govinda Lila Amrita and Bhavanamrita and so many other in one book. It's fantastic. That's why he did it. He painstakingly combined all the best from all the books and put it in one book. Sri Krishna. So I was trying to do Asakaya Seva in my mentally, what I thought of myself as a Manjari. And it was okay, it was going on, I had some experience sometimes and entered Leela to some extent. But I wasn't really connected, I didn't have any introduction. I didn't have a name, I didn't know who my Yuteshri is, who's my group leader, who's my Yuteshri, who's my chief Manjari, Mukhi Manjari. I didn't know. I just said, well, it's Rupa and Lalita, or whatever, just make up, So when I got initiated by Guru, and he told me your Yuteshri is this, your Mukhi Manjari is this, and then when I started, nothing changed. And externally, I'm reading the same books, doing the same meditation, but now I have my individual Manjari identity. I've been introduced by Gurudev to Rupa Manjari and Tulsi Manjari. I've been introduced because Tulsi Manjari is Raghunath Das Goswami. Raghunath Das Goswami is initiated in the way to Parivar. He's initiated by Yadananda Acharya. It's in the Vidal Kusumanjali, first verse. Yadananda Acharya is initiated by the way to Acharya. So Raghunath Das is right in the way to Parivar. And Vishaka, so I knew that I didn't know, but Vishaka Saki is my Yuteshri, and our main Manjari is Tulsi Manjari. So I said, okay, that's good. I'm living Radhakund. Nice place. So when I found now that it's all different, because I think my Guru's Sarup, and I can because when you're accepted by a Guru, you're accepted by a Guru, but you're not only accepted by Guru, you're accepted by the Manjaris. Because Gurudev is representing a whole line of Gurus, beginning with Acharya, Advaita Guru, and Madhavendra and Madhavacharya, and all the way to Krishna. So all that line of Gurus get all their mercy coming down to actually meditate properly and get that extra mercy to enter there. And that's one side, because the Guru's through, but the Guru's a Manjari. So when the Guru, I got my Manjari Guru, my Guru Sakhi introduced me to Rupa Manjari. I felt it so. He introduced me. And now I can do bhajan because I have an introduction. I just you walk into somewhere, you go into some party, you say, who are you? Oh, I just heard there's a party here. I can't. Are you know anybody? No. Yeah, get out of here. No, it's a private party. So you have to have introduction. So that's why it says in Prem Bhakti Chandrika, Narottam says, when will I stand behind Rupa Manjari and Radha Krishna? When will I be a novice? This is in Prem Bhakti Chandrika. Narottam Das Thakur, Champak Manjari says, when will I stand behind Rupa Manjari? And we go into the Kunj to serve Radha Krishna. Rupa Manjari will take me into the Kunj. And Radha Krishna will be looking at me looking over the shoulder. This girl behind you. So I'm looking at you by looking over your shoulder and seeing her behind you. So Radharani will be looking at Rupa Goswami, but looking over his shoulder, Rupa Manjari, and seeing this other Manjari. I said, "Hey Rupa, who's that Navadasi standing behind you?" "Oh, her. This one. She's cute, isn't she?" "Yeah, she's cute." Who's her guru? Her guru is Lokanath Goswami, Manjari Manjari, and she's really nice. And so he gave her to me to introduce you to her. "Okay, what's your name?" And then, so that introduction. So the guru in his Manjari form introduces us to Radharani to Rupa Manjari. But on your own, no introduction, no success. That's the biggest thing I found. Acceptance. I became accepted in a group, and I became introduced to the group, and I feel when I meditate, I feel I can enter there because I've been accepted and introduced properly for the proper system of Rag Bhajan. Is it clear what I said?
Yes. Maharaj, I want to hear. It is Ananda's Vow's book. Bhakti's combination is Sandini Shakti and Rajini Shakti.
Samvid, not Sandini.
Hmm?
Bhakti is Samvid, not Sandini. Samvid Shakti.
Sambit Shakti and Pradini.
Madhini, correct. Yes, not Sandini. I thought you said Sandini.
Acha?
Not Sandini, no.
No. Sambit and Pradini.
This is Rupa Goswami everywhere, see. Question? You got a question?
Okay, I'm going to ask something that came to me just a few days ago, and I thought that I might ask you this. Maybe it's a simple question, but
Okay, no problem. I don't have any problem.
but can we, and if yes, then by which can we measure the progress on this path, on this spiritual path?
This gentleman, this devotee is asking a question. On the path of Rag Bhajan or any bhajan, how do we measure our progress? Well, the best way to see it is by looking at Madhurya Kadambini, by Vishnu Chakravartipad, Madhurya Kadambini. He describes the progress of bhakti. He describes, Nishtha. Madhurya Kadambini describes what are the qualities of anartha-nivritti. So this is a rule, or it's a measurement to see how far we're advanced. Like one Baba said, Madhurya Kadambini is a sledgehammer. It's a big hammer to smash all sahajiyas. Because it's very clear there. What is anartha-nivritti? And then you read there, there's 6 sentences in anartha-nivritti. There's 5 physical characteristics, 5 mental characteristics. What is the situation? Definition of nishtha. And then ruchi and like that. So you can see. But the measurement is, how do I measure it? Well, am I still in anartha-nivritti? Or have I got nishtha? That's pretty, our goal is prem seva, but that's pretty clear. But now another thing, basically we're all in anartha-nivritti, believe it or not. If you look at Madhurya Kadambini, it's a real eye opener. Eye opener. Wow. No, that's not talking about me. You really, they say the truth in English. They say the truth hurts. The truth hurts when your wife is cheating on you. No, she wouldn't do that. She has so much faith in me. Okay, I'll bring pictures. Here's a picture. That's my wife. Yeah. Who's that? That's her boyfriend. It's pretty pinching, or vice versa. Usually it's more vice versa. Women are more loyal than men. Men are terrible. Men are useless. Don't be a man, or don't identify with men. They're bad. Be a gopi. Gopis are good. Look at Krishna. Radharani's so nice and so truthful. Krishna, he's called Tera Bhagavan. Tera Bhagavan. What is Tera? Tera means bent, curved, bent. You know, curved. This Tera means curved, bent. You know, you bend something. This is straight, and this is Tera. So Krishna, he speaks Tera, he walks Tera. When he stands, Ram stands up straight like this. Krishna's like one leg this way and one leg that way. His hand on his hip. He can't stand straight, and he talks lies all the time. You know? So Radharani is truthful. So even Krishna. So so you want to know where you're at, read there. So like, okay, Nishta Bhakti, Anishtita Bhakti. It means no Nishta. What are the symptoms of Anishtita Bhakti? The symptoms of Anishtita Bhakti are at progressive rates is more prevalent. It's called Laya. Laya, L-A-Y-A, like pralaya, means destruction, everything's put to sleep. Laya means sleep. Laya, L-A-Y. English we say laya, you know, lie down. I'm lying down. L-A-Y-A, pralaya. Pralaya means destruction, means everything comes lying down. It's all destruction. So laya, it says it's progressive. At the time of doing Harinam Sankirtan, there's less tendencies for sleeping. Yeah, the kartals are playing, the drums playing. It's, you know, there's less chances to sleep. But I've seen in Mangal Arti, believe it or not, because I've been in a lot of temples, a lot of Mangal Artis, New Bhagavad Gita, Mangal Arti, the drums are being like anything, kartals are guys. The guy's sleeping in the middle of a kirtan. I remember once we did a Jagran, we stayed up all night for Ekadasi, about 10 people, 15 people in the basement. We had Tulsi there, and just to keep things lively, we do different things to keep everybody off our artiques and go out in the fresh air and have a kirtan, jump around, go on the roof, look at the moon, whatever. Because everyone's in one room for all night long, I go crazy, you know. So just keep everybody, because I see everyone fall asleep, so I said, okay, let's go on the roof and look at the moon. Oh, kirtan, the moon shines. So we all go traveling up there. So they wake up, stay awake for another hour, and come back down. It's hard to stay up all night, you know. So one guy we had Tulsi plant. They were circling around Tulsi. He was playing Radhakund, and somebody hit me on the shoulder. Look, he's sleeping. He was playing Radhakund and walking around Tulsi. He was sleeping. He was still playing. He was like a yogi or something. You know? A Nidra yogi. Special kind of yogi. Playing drums, sleeping, and walking around Tulsi. That's a talented guy, you know. Somebody said, look, he's sleeping. I said, no. He's like, so the tendency to fall asleep during kirtan is great. And when you sit down to read a book, that's really great. Sit down and read the Bhagavatam. Oh no. Read Govinda Lilamrita. Govinda Lilamrita is so lively book, so exciting, so beautiful. It's more when you're reading than when kirtan. And tendency to fall asleep is most when your eyes are closed and you're doing Lila Smaran. Lila Smaran becomes Lila Snorin. In English, snoring means you're sleeping, snoring means you're singing with your nose. You know? You're sleeping, your nose is singing, you know. It's called snoring. Snoring, an abbreviation is snore in, slang. So you're not doing smarring, you're doing snoring. True of my jokes, not so good. But it's true. You find out. Because when you do smarring, you should close your eyes. So if you close your eyes and fall asleep, you're Anishtita Bhakti. Simple. I guarantee you'll all fall asleep. So, you know, I'm big devotee. I'm nothing. I'm Keval Kripa Patra. Keval Kripa Patra means recipient, and Keval means only, and Kripa means mercy. I'm only a recipient of my Guru Kripa. Keval Guru Kripa Patra. Patra means recipient. Vessel, carrying. I'm a vessel. So that's measure. Now another thing I can say, this is from Shastra Praman. Now the other thing is Pratyaksha. One Praman is Shastra Praman. It's called Shadra Praman. And there's Nyaya Praman, and there's many different kinds of Praman. So another kind of Praman is Pratyaksha. Pratyaksha means direct experience. Pratyaksha Praman. Direct experience. What you saw. Do you know this guy got in an accident? He hit a motorcycle. Yeah, I read about it. And the other guy, I saw it. I was right behind him. I saw it. What happened? Yeah, this way, that. So that's accepted as evidence. Like someone said, this guy's charged for murder. And he said, I didn't do it. He's in the court. And they call one of those guys. I saw a murderer. That's big evidence. Pratyaksha. So you had a question is devotee asks, is how I know I'm making progress in the path of Rag Bhakti. You can also ask the same question, how I know I'm making progress in Bhakti. You know you're making progress in Bhakti because you feel the present, you can measure within your, this is Pratyaksha, direct perception. Direct perception, you can measure within your own mind and heart how much you're advancing in Bhakti by how much love is arising in your heart, and how much you're always remembering Krishna. Because there's a lot of stuff sitting in the bottom of our heart, like the lake looks very clear, and you go to the mountain lake, it looks very clear. You go down the mud, you go down the bottom, there's so much mud. You kick the mud, and all the mud, you wait for half an hour to clear. So the bottom of our heart is like big 1 meter of mud. 8 meter panka. Panka means mud. So I'm cool. I'm really peaceful. You know, I'm advanced the way I chant. I'm really. Somebody just pokes you, your side.
Starts coming up. This mud.
Yeah, the mud comes up, covers your eyes. You can't see reality. Once I asked my Gurudev, I am worshipping Giriraj Shila, Govardhan Shila. I said, how I know Giriraj is happy? I'm doing all this puja and bathing and all this stuff and offering, you know, like everybody does. And how do I know that Krishna's happy with my seva? And he said, when you look at him, you'll feel happy in your heart. When you look at your Thakurji, your Gauranitai, your Jagannath, your Giriraj, or whoever your picture, you have photos called Chitramurti pictures. You look at them and you offer them a garland and some boga and some tulsi and a cup of water. You're looking at your picture, Radha Krishna, Radha Raman. That's your altar made, Radha Raman. Okay, fine. And you feel happy. That means he's happy. He likes your service. He accepted your service. It's that simple. So I asked him. Then I asked another question. I said, how do you know your guru is happy with your service? Tricky one. How do you know your guru is happy with your service? And he said, when you go to see the guru, you'll see that he's happy to see you. When you go to meet your guru, take darshan of guru, he's happy to see you. But you walk in and you say, Jai Guru, he said, no, he's like a little cold neutral, you know. He knows something that bad you did. Whatever, he's not happy. He's just a rowdy. Whatever. Okay, I have to make some offering now to Giriraj.
Yeah. Is there a chance to buy any of your books here, new books?
I can give you. I don't sell books here.
Okay,
So
yeah.
I'll give you books.
Sweet.
I'll show you what I have and I'll give it to you.
Thank you.
I have more than to go down. I have a few here. I'll give them to you free. I don't sell them. I'll show you. Any pressing question? I mean, I don't think you have any questions because you have a perfect guru. You have a perfect guru, and you have Nitya and your Nityananda Prabhupada. You have all the power of Nitya and Balaram, and you know what are you complaining about? The only thing wrong is maybe you're wrong, but everything else you have in your hand is perfect. You have perfect mantras. You have a perfect guru and perfect path of bhajan. And the perfect Ishtadeva to Radha Krishna. So everything is perfect. Now the question is, how perfect are you? How perfect am I? How perfect am I? That's the question. It ain't imperfection. It's not outside of me. Imperfection is inside of me. Everything out there is perfect. Om Purnam Adam Purnamidam Purnam Purnam Jachate. Isha Upanishad Mangala Charan verse. Mangala Charan. Everything is complete and perfect because it's created by Krishna. Jai Jai Sri Radhe. Jai Sri Radhe.
Jai Jai Sri